forever. Actually, going back 27, 30 years ago when I had my kids, I had no fear of the dentist, no fear of needles. But 20 years ago, I went to a dentist, and he was a really good dentist. I'm not even picking on him. But it was just 2 wisdom teeth that I had removed in the chair. And each time, the teeth didn't come out easily. So it was him grunting and groaning and pulling for an hour, and breaking those teeth apart into several pieces. And it was such...
How many years ago was that?
Oh, it was...
30 years?
22 years ago, actually. Yeah. So, and I think since then I've just had a fear of dentists.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. Look, my fears go back, because I'm a little bit older than you, and my fears go back because back in the days that we were dragged to the dentist 5 or 6 years ago, the drills were honestly, I think there was a foot drill.
Yeah, well, the drills never bothered me. It was always the needles. And it was sort of and I'm thinking about my good friend Linda in New Zealand, who you met last week. And when they were kids, and this is a funny thing that dentists must have been doing, and I'm talking 40 years ago, where if you had good teeth, they believed that fillings were stronger than teeth. So certainly there was an experiment going on where they would actually drill out healthy teeth and fill it with amalgam fillings. So she had an entire mouthful of amalgam fillings that started leading to her chronic ill health and chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia and, hormonal issues.
People my age have got those, and we've got all these new dental things. So I caught up earlier this week with Dr. Lewis from Refresh Smiles at Cleveland, and it was a very interesting conversation. So we'll have a listen to what he had to say. To another session of Bay Health in the studio. Lewis from Refresh Smiles Dental Health Cleveland. How are you, Lewis?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Good. Good to see you. Good. Thanks for coming in, firstly.
No worries.
Mate, before we sort of go too far into the dentistry side of things, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you come from?
So, I was born in Singapore. My parents migrated when I was about 4 years old. So, grew up in Victoria. Did my high schooling and my first degree in Victoria, and then I went to Sydney to do my dental degree. So graduated at University of Sydney, and then after that went to country New South Wales in Armidale and worked there for a good number of years before I bought a practice up here.
Excellent. It's a lovely city, isn't it, Armidale? It's not a town, it's not a country town anymore.
No, it's not. There's a university there, so there's a lot of transient population.
Exactly. The country town in Victoria, whereabouts was that?
In Victoria, it was actually just in the suburbs. So I grew up in Warrandyte, so that's, I think it's the northeast suburbs. So.
Excellent. And what was the thought that went through your head when you decided to be a dentist? Was it encouragement from someone in the family, or was it something you wanted to do on your own?
Actually, it was my best friend. His father was a dentist, and then I spent a bit of time with him, and because I've always been interested in the health industry, and then as a result, I like the artsy side, the hands-on side of it. So that's when dentistry became a pretty good match. So, and that's why I decided to go down that path.
Excellent. Yeah, well, I actually come from a family of dentists myself. Uncles are dentists, and my brother's wife and family are all dentists, so they're all around me. But I did something different. I became a butcher. And then I got into rugby.
There we go. So you did get to use your artistic touch a little bit and your hands-on touch.
Exactly, yeah. Very similar sort of trade, that's for sure. How did you find uni? Tough?
Yes, it's probably one of the most difficult degrees. Or I did another degree and I thought that was pretty slack sort of thing. But during dentistry, I actually worked pretty hard, so I'm glad I finished it. But it's something I enjoy doing and I enjoy working as, so something I'm really passionate about. So
good on you. That's wonderful. And what university did you do your degree in? For
University of Sydney.
Of Sydney.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, excellent. All right. Well, you're happy with the way you've come out? You're performing quite well, obviously.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely enjoying it. So it's definitely what I want to do, and I'm pretty happy with my choice of career. So
saving a lot of teeth.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, well, look, thanks for the chat. We're going to get you back in for Bay Health, and we're going to talk about a couple of things that you do in your dental career that you're pretty good at, and I think one of those is orthodontics, you mentioned before.
Yes, so I'm a general dentist that does orthodontics, because where I came from when I was in Armidale, my mentor has been doing orthodontics and braces for the last 30 years. And then his philosophy was, because yes, you can go see a specialist or whatnot, but it's always nice coming from a country town that, you know, you got visiting specialists coming in, they're not always available.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a one-stop shop sort of thing. So
Excellent. So we've been talking to Lewis from Refresh Smiles Dental Health, Cleveland, and we'll be back with more pretty soon. And there you go, Madonna. Seems an interesting sort of a fellow, a lovely fellow to talk to.
Yeah.
And, you know, modern dentist, and things have changed. I know we talked, you know, off air about how things were, but
Yeah. And it's interesting, the whole field of orthodontists,
Yes.
because, you know, we work a lot with the jaw in the clinic.
Mhm.
And, you know, like my friend Linda last week, she's actually got braces for the first time in her life, and her whole aim is to widen the jaw. So, because if the jaw is too narrow in the roof of the mouth, then that can cause headaches and migraines and
exactly.
all sorts of problems like that. So it's amazing
Yeah.
how the teeth affects the rest of the body.
Exactly. All right, we'll take a little break, play a bit of music, relax everybody for the next trip to the dentist, which is coming up real soon. This is Bay FM. Good morning.
Hi, this is Graham.